I want to say flatly that the word echad in Hebrew means one. There's a prodigious amount of futile and fallacious argumentation which drives the Jewish anti-missionaries mad, and rightly. Anybody who knows a word about language in English, one, or a word in Hebrew, echad, knows that one is not compound one. And so I must object, and I hope you'll give up any kind of reference to community or compoundness in one, rather. Echad simply means one, it's the numeral. We have the amazing argument presented to us that one cluster of grapes means that one means more than one. That's a falsehood, big time. One group of people doesn't mean that one means more than one. One zebra or zebra does not mean that one means black and white. One tripod does not mean that one means three. It's that level of argumentation, frankly, that I think that drives me into the Unitarian camp, because it's so bad, but it's being offered by people with a semblance of learning. So I don't know that you're doing that, but why do you need the word ousia? Where in the Bible do you have God being one being, and ousia, perfectly good Greek word? Where is it? Where do you find God being called hypostasis as all three together? Where do you find that? Are you shocked? My final question is this, sorry. Final point is this. Are you shocked, as I think you should be, by the notion that the word echad really inherently means more than one? I quote. Are you shocked by that?
No, I'm not at all. Because in my debate with the Muslim in Piet Retief, South Africa, our debate eventually centered on the word echad. And the word echad used in Deuteronomy 6 verse 4, that God is one echad, is also used in Genesis 2:24, where God is speaking to man and woman, and he says the two of you shall become one. Now, the word echad, as I studied and understood, is this Genesis 2:24 is then quoted by Jesus himself in Matthew 19 verse 5, that the man and the woman shall become one. And the Hebrew word there, I'm not at all a good scholar on languages. I love English. I don't even like French. The Greek word there is hen. And Deuteronomy 6 verse 4, Jesus quotes it in Mark 12:29. And there, the Greek word that he uses is hen. Now, there is hen in Greek, and there is also Enna or Eva in Greek. Both refer to one. Hen speaks about a complex unity, and Eva speaks about a singularity. Just like in the Hebrew, echad speaks about a unity between the man and the woman being one, and Deuteronomy will speak about the unity as opposed to the word yachad, which is a numerical one in the Hebrew.
Well, you're putting your point in a very admirably gentle way, but I have to tell you the facts are simply wrong. First of all, the Greek word in Mark 12:29 is is. I'm using the modern Greek pronunciation. It means one single. It's the numeral one. If you're looking at enna, you're looking at the accusative of the same word. So it's the same word. The word there is not en, which would be neuter, by the way. I don't think you've got the language right here, and I'm not blaming you because you say you're not a Greek scholar, but this is something that you must talk to a Hebrew about. The word is the numeral one exactly as it works in English. I hope you're using Hebrew lexicons. Do not rely on Strong's Concordance, very often, sometimes wrong at least. You must read the Brown, Driver, and Briggs Lexicon of Hebrew and the other standard ones available on Bible Works, but the facts are simply wrong. The word is not a plural word. I'm sure you're intelligent enough. I'm sure you are, because you're speaking in such a gentle and informed way. But you certainly know that if I say one tripod, the word one means one. What is happening is that one is assuming a collection in God, a community, and then reading it back into the numeral. That is elementary illogic at the most fundamental level. No, is echad.
But if I may insist,
yes,
I can speak about a chariot race. So you have a team of horses, it is one chariot with 4 horses. You would have seen this in the Ben-Hur movie. So there is, in that oneness, there is a unity. There's a unity. It is opposed to the concept of just one single horse, not one team. And so this is what I see this in Genesis 2:24, that the word echad is relating to two becoming one, a man and a woman
Right, I
becoming
must
one.
interrupt you here. Please talk to any language teacher of any sort. When you say one team, you're using the word team to imply a plurality in one. It doesn't. When you talk about a chariot and the horses, listen, one can modify, describe any noun in the universe. Name me one cannot be modified by ease. Then you produce this yachid argument. This is quite fallacious. Yachid in the Bible is very rare. It means lonely, lonesome. It has quite the wrong connotation. Again, I would ask you to talk to Jewish rabbis who are linguists. It should not be that difficult. But the facts are simply wrong. Is one, and it means one and only one, not two, not three. The noun it modifies implies plurality. I grant that. One team, one pair of husband and wife. That's quite clear. But to bleed that meaning back into the numeral is absolutely false.